What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. This one wasn't a suggestion or anything, it was something that I thought of a while ago and was thinking, oh, you know what, this might be a fun what if mini, but as I wrote it out more and more, I realized this would actually be pretty good as a 4-parter if anything. If you remember back to when I did What If Beerus Raised Vegeta, that was a 4-part series that aired throughout the course of a week, so I'm going to be doing the same thing here. For the next 4 days, up until next Saturday, we'll be getting 4 parts of this brand new series, so you get the entire story within that week, no waiting. And I think the concept's pretty enjoyable, and it gets pretty crazy as it goes on. You might not think it would change much, but trust me. With the way I wrote this, it has some pretty stark changes. For this video, let's set a like goal of 4,000 likes. It lets me know that you guys want to see more like this, and it really helps out the channel. Anyways, let's begin discussing what would happen if Goku trained as a Kai. So the reason I thought this could start as a what if mini is because this is going to start after the Buu Saga. When I say Goku's training as a Kai, I mean he's training under Shin and Kibito. Everything in the story goes normally up until the Buu Saga. Afterwards, Shin and Kibito decide it might be a good idea to train with Goku. If not that, Goku would ask himself to train with them. Well, why would he want to train with them? Apparently training with the Z-Sword worked well with Gohan. Yeah, he knows Gohan had that ritual and all, but seeing Gohan train firsthand with the Z-Sword and hearing how much it helped him, maybe they could do something similar. They know the Z-Sword is broken and all, but Goku could definitely train on this planet. He fought Buu here too. It's pretty sturdy, so he could do some insane things. And with Shin and Kibito helping, especially with their magical abilities, who knows what he'll be capable of with training here. So this isn't really hard to set up because Goku already knows the Kais. And in terms of getting to the planet, well, the Kais can teleport, Goku can teleport. Hell, you know what? Maybe one of the first things he learns is the Kai because it seems like a more efficient method of instant transmission. He doesn't have to locate any energies or anything. He can just teleport to wherever he wants. Yeah, he's definitely going to want that. But as we continue with that kind of training, he realizes too, it's not just strength that he can pursue here, it's techniques. He can learn magic, the abilities that Kais have. It almost seems endless. So besides just pursuing new powers in general in terms of strength, he's also pursuing new powers in terms of magic. Because right now he knows that his ceiling is Super Saiyan 3. He doesn't know if he could perfect that at all, but even if he can't, well, he could focus on Super Saiyan 2 still and learn magic abilities on top of that. So even if he's not getting a new form or anything, he's still getting new powers. So it's pretty tame so far. But I am going to introduce one change. Something that realistically wouldn't happen, but in terms of the narrative, this is pretty important. Goku accidentally does discover a new form early on. Now, I know Supreme Kais aren't going to have the same sort of ki that Goku would get from training with Beerus and Whis, but stick with me on this one. Goku picks up on God Ki in this scenario. Again, not saying this is realistic, just doing this part for fun. Hell, it's not really a crazy explanation. He's training with gods, picks up on a different type of godly ki maybe, and on accident, when he tries to channel this different kind of power, it turns into something completely new, a form that he's never seen before. A power even far beyond Super Saiyan 3. Shin and Kibito are completely stunned by this. He's received a new power, but how? It's Super Saiyan God. Of course, they don't know what it is. Goku would probably even just refer to it as Super Saiyan 4 or something because he has no better idea. But really, it is Super Saiyan God. So now there's another question that I need to answer. What's been going on with everyone else? Is Goku the only one training here? Well, yeah. I don't see why Gohan or anyone else on Earth would come here. And as for Vegeta, he probably wouldn't really care to come here to train with them because, for one, Shin and Kibito were incredibly weak in comparison to them already, and two, he's not really interested in learning magic. He'd rather try and learn new Super Saiyan forms. Super Saiyan 3 seems kind of pointless to him too because he's already seen Goku use it and he knows the drawbacks of it, so he's been mostly focusing on Super Saiyan 2 while staying on Earth. And he's completely unaware of Goku unlocking a new form. Goku's gone on the sacred world of Kais, and he's not going to hear until he sees Goku again. And this is pretty far down the line on the time skip. At this point too, Beerus is about to wake up. And he gets some pretty good news once he wakes up. Of course he's going to be looking for a Super Saiyan God. And Whis has a pretty interesting discovery. He tells Beerus, there is a Saiyan training with the Kais right now. He seems pretty strong. He doesn't know if he's a Super Saiyan God or anything, but it's a Saiyan training with gods, maybe. It's not completely outlandish to think that maybe he's gotten access to some sort of godly power. Maybe the one that Beerus was looking for. And if not, there's other Saiyans on Earth too. But Beerus doesn't care about that. Shin has a student who's a Saiyan? He's definitely going to be checking this out. Regardless of the Super Saiyan God existing or not, he wants to see this for himself. A Saiyan training under a Kai. He could be pretty powerful even if he doesn't have Super Saiyan God. So, Beerus goes to the sacred world of Kais. By now, Goku's probably heard of Beerus from Shin and Kibito. And now seeing him here, he's kind of terrified. So this is the god of destruction. And besides being terrified, he's also pretty intrigued. He wants to fight this guy. If he's strong, that could make for a pretty interesting battle. And luckily for Goku, that's exactly what Beerus is here for. He wants to fight someone too. He wants a strong rival. He had a premonition of a Super Saiyan god. And this Saiyan, training under a Kai, is the closest thing he could think of. It sounds too good to be true, but it actually is true. They ask about Super Saiyan God, and Goku says he has no idea. But he did access a new form recently, one that he accessed through channeling godly power. Godly training was the same way Vegeta was able to access Super Saiyan God in the main story. But of course there he actually knew what Super Saiyan God was. For Goku, he doesn't know for sure, but when he hears Beerus mention this, he says that's what it's gotta be. He achieved this form but never really knew where it came from or what it was. And he decides to show it off. It's different from his other Super Saiyan forms. And once he transforms, it just confirms it for Beerus. Now, Goku knew it was strong and all, but to think this makes him a god somewhat? That's insane. But Beerus is even happier. This is exactly what he saw in his premonition. The power coming off Goku. It's divine. The form itself, it's so godly, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it's not an insane transformation physically, but that simplicity is exactly what he was looking for, the divinity within it. He could tell not just from the power that's coming off it, but from the way it looks too. It's the Super Saiyan God that he was dreaming of. And he tells Goku, if he's a Super Saiyan God, then Beerus wants to test out this power. And Goku's definitely not going to turn this down. You know how Goku is, and if he's already met the requirements for Super Saiyan God, he's definitely going to jump into this battle. There is no reason for him to not fight here. Shin and Kibito are even interested too. It could be a good test for their student. Gauging this brand new power against the god of destruction, as far as they know, there's no one to actually contend with Goku's power right now. Whatever that form was, once they discovered it, they didn't know if anyone would be able to match the power. And yeah, he's not going to be equal to Beerus, but it's better for him to fight with someone who's stronger than him than someone who's weaker than him. This way, Goku will get to test the form at 100% power. The fight begins, and the greatest part is right away, Goku's in Super Saiyan God. He doesn't need a ritual, he doesn't need to go through his other forms or anything, he just starts in Super Saiyan God. Right off the bat, it's an all-out battle. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention too, you might have noticed I've been saying Shin and Kibito a lot, even though they were fused at this point, but I'm gonna go say they defused earlier on, not for any specific reason, I'm just gonna be straight up here. It's just because there's not much art of Kibitoshin, and I'd rather just use Shin and Kibito. It doesn't matter anyways, so it changes nothing if I have them defuse earlier on. They did it originally, they're doing it here early, it helps me out. Come on, cut me some slack. We're having fun here. Okay, jokes and all that aside though, let's get back to the battle. Now with Goku having Super Saiyan God already, of course he's gonna be practiced with it unlike he was when he first fought with Beerus. Plus he's probably a bit stronger than normal because he's been training as a Super Saiyan God ever since he achieved it. But that doesn't mean he's gonna be a good match for Beerus. Well, Beerus is suppressed and he's having fun. But it's still a fraction of his power. It does make for a fun battle, and Beerus could definitely see Goku's potential. Hell, mid-battle, he probably would even have Whis heal Goku, just to see if he can go any more. But it seems Goku's at his limit right now. And he can't lie, he's a bit disappointed. Having dreamt of this Super Saiyan God, he expected a little bit more. But maybe he was expecting too much right away. This is the stepping stone of something great. This isn't the final result, it's the beginning of that. Goku can and will be his rival. It's just gonna take some time and effort to shape him up into being that rival. He's a Super Saiyan God, but he still needs to work more on it, and maybe he can even go beyond Super Saiyan God. This ceiling, this limit of his, it can be broken. Beerus recognizes the potential, and knows that Goku will be the person to rival him in the future. And that's exactly why he offers for Goku to train under him and Whis. Mainly Whis obviously, but they'll be on Beerus' planet. He did have fun in the battle even though he had to suppress himself a lot. And he wonders how truly strong Goku can get if they kept training him. Especially proper godly training. No offense to Shin and Kibito, but there's only so much Goku can do here. And he has learned enough magical abilities from them. Shin and Kibito at first are a bit offended by Beerus saying this, but he is right. Goku has kinda hit a plateau under them. Yeah, he learned a bunch of magic, and he did have Super Saiyan God, but what's good with that if he can't actually use the form to its fullest? When he's training with Shin and Kibito, there wasn't really much they could teach him with that form. They knew nothing about it, and in terms of their strength, it's not like they could really train with him a lot with sparring or whatever. Even if they remained fused as Kibitoshin, it wouldn't have been enough. But this could be a really good next step if he trains with someone stronger than him, especially if it's someone like Whis. And in all honesty, they're not really cut out for this kind of stuff. Yeah, him training under them was effective, but it would be much better if he trained under Whis, someone who's actually experienced in training people. He did teach Beerus after all. And besides the fact that he's basically the strongest thing in this universe being an angel, he's a pretty good teacher too. There's not too much debate over it, and everyone pretty much agrees that it would be great for Goku to train with them. And to be fair, they kinda owe Beerus for it. Apparently Goku was responsible for breaking the Z-Sword, at least partially. Since he, Gohan, and Shin freed Elder Kai, at least make it up to Beerus. Training begins on Beerus' planet. Goku immediately starts making great progress, but he wonders, how is everything going back on Earth? Obviously he's been going back and forth and all, but ever since he unlocked Super Saiyan God a few months ago, he's just been kinda gone. And no one really knew why he was there for so long and didn't come back. He's been trying to get a better grasp on that power, and he should probably go back and tell them about it. Oh yeah, Beerus remembers that Whis mentioned that there were some people there, some other Saiyans too, that are probably pretty strong. And he asks, are any of them Super Saiyan gods? Goku says no, he's way beyond any of them in terms of strength. Well, Vegeta and Gohan were pretty strong, but they both had their different kinds of power. Gohan had the ultimate form, and Vegeta had Super Saiyan 2, which was impressive at the time, but now, it's not even Goku's second strongest form. Wait a second, Super Saiyan 2. That intrigues Beerus. So, he found out ways to upgrade his original Super Saiyan form. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He even has a Super Saiyan 3. And that gets Beerus thinking, well, if he was able to upgrade his past Super Saiyan forms, why not upgrade this one too? And Goku says he was never too sure about it. This form felt so different from the other ones. This wasn't an evolution of those past forms, it felt like a completely new branch of power. But maybe he could upgrade it somehow. But that also gives Whis another idea too. Well, if Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God are completely separate powers, could they combine them somehow? Like imagine, a Super Saiyan God harnessing the power of a Super Saiyan. It sounds crazy at first, but the more they think about it, the more they realize, maybe it could work. Months and months pass. On Earth, everyone is wondering where Goku is. He would pop in occasionally, explaining what he's up to, but they have no clue what a God of Destruction is and why he's training there. They just hope he's okay. It's a good thing he can Kai and just teleport there whenever the hell he wants. Giving everyone updates, seeing his family and all, because he's just been gone for so long at this point. He almost feels obligated to visit. And this is where Vegeta hears about his new power. Wait, he's training under Beerus, the God of Destruction? Oh yeah, and he's actually unlocked a few new powers. He shows off Super Saiyan Blue. That's right, by this point, he's actually accessed Super Saiyan Blue as well. And Vegeta has no idea what to think of this. Why is he blue now? Goku explains what the form is, and Vegeta has no idea of what to think. This whole time, Goku got that far ahead. He wants to get this form now. But there's an issue. Beerus doesn't care for Vegeta being on that planet. Vegeta is so far behind Goku that there's no point in bringing him there. If anything, having Vegeta there would just hold Goku back because Whis would have to train him right from step 1, actually attaining Super Saiyan God. So now that leaves Vegeta in a weird position. He watches, more motivated than before. He's so far behind now and he has no idea of how he's going to catch up with Kakarot. And with Beerus not taking an interest in him, and without any access to Godly Ki or anything, Vegeta needs a new path to power. He decides, he's going to go in the Room of Spirit and Time, training alone for however long he can. And you know what? That form that he once thought was useless, Super Saiyan 3, maybe he could even train for that. Because he has no idea of what else to do, he's going to continue upgrading Super Saiyan. Hell, you know what? Even with the flaws of Super Saiyan 3, he'll perfect that. He'll get rid of those flaws, go beyond Super Saiyan 3. If he can't achieve these godly forms, he'll achieve something of his own. At this rate, he doesn't even know if he'll be able to catch up to Goku. So instead, he's going to go down his own path. Who knows what he'll discover? Vegeta's rigorous training begins, with him more motivated than ever to get stronger. While Goku trains on Beerus' planet, Vegeta begins abusing the Room of Spirit and Time, and this is where we'll leave off for now. So, what's going to happen next time? Will Vegeta be able to catch up to Goku? And how strong will Goku get now with this huge head start, as well as having access to magic and all? Leave any thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video. It really helps with the channel and lets me know you guys want to see more videos like this. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, as well as hitting the bell icon so you're notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more parts of this series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.